Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy J Cobb, and you're listening to the Cobbcast, a place for like-minded entrepreneurs to connect, share, and grow. And I'm your host, Jermaine Cobbins, where I'll be sharing valuable content to help you to become a better entrepreneur and an all-around better person. We'll be discussing mindset techniques, business strategies, and ways to help take your life and business to the next level. So whether you're driving right now, whether you're at home, whether you're at work, go ahead and turn your speakers up, sit back, and let's ride. Yo, what's going on, guys? J Cobb here, and welcome to episode 5 of the Cobbcast. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, man, these past few episodes have been freaking awesome, and I say that to say this. The comments are actually starting to roll in. The messages are starting to roll in. People are actually starting to stumble upon the Cobbcast, and those that have actually, stumbled upon the previous episode, I appreciate you guys taking the time to reach out to me, leave the comments, messages, and things like that. I truly, truly appreciate it. So for everyone else that's new to these actual Cobbcast episodes, man, I thank you guys for actually tuning in to episode 5. You guys can catch the previous episodes over at Facebook. Just basically type in the Cobbcast in the search bar, or you can head over to YouTube and type in the Cobbcast. Or if you're listening to this on YouTube right now, you can actually just go in the description and click the link where you can catch up on the previous episodes. So in today's episode, guys, we're going to be talking about focusing on the next step. Okay, this one here, guys, is I feel like everybody, like regardless whether you're an entrepreneur or just someone that's just working a 9 to 5, I really believe that everyone should actually take the time to listen to this episode here, because we all need to be focusing on the next step. And so many times people get discouraged, they get frustrated, they end up not moving, they do a lot of procrastinating, and these things are detrimental to your life, right? They're detrimental to the results that you want to achieve, your goals, everything, man. And I really believe that this episode here is going to shed a lot of light, not just for the people that, like I said, that are entrepreneurs trying to build businesses, trying to, whether you're trying to, recruit people, sell products, or just maybe just trying to hit that health goal, maybe just trying to get your life together or your finances together. I really believe that focusing on the next step is really key in moving forward and really like getting the full experience of life. All right. First of all, guys, focusing on the next step is something that, we kind of look over. We always talk ourselves out of things before we even really give ourselves a shot at the thing that we are, trying to actually go after. Right. And maybe you guys can relate when I tell you that it's been many times throughout my life, and I'm talking about like through my 20s, man, that I look back over my life and I be like, man, I could have done better, right? I look at it at like, man, if I knew then what I knew now, right? Just basically taking the steps. And that's why I wanted to put this episode together, because there are people that I talk to in some cases on a week-to-week basis that they need help with some of the basic things, simply as simple as taking the next step. And when I talk about taking the next step, so many times we write ourselves off with, not having the resources or the time. And I tell you guys, like, you really have to learn how to be resourceful. And hopefully by the end of this episode, guys, you'll be able to step back and look at your life as a whole and say, wow, now I know what I need to do, right? Now I know the next thing I need to do. And I promise you, by knowing the next step, guys, you will never really feel stuck in your journey, right? So just as an example for this actual episode here, I just want to use this line that someone told me a few weeks ago, and it kind of been plaguing on my mind, and I felt like it'll tie into this episode really good. But I was talking to someone and they made this statement. They was like, I would be happier if I had more customers. Okay. And of course, this person is a business owner, and I get it, especially if your company, is the bread and butter, right? Like if you're not working any like a full-time job of some sort, and your business is your main source of income, yeah, like your happiness does kind of depend a little bit, on customers and people buying and using your products, and I totally get that, right? But I was trying to get this person to understand that, your happiness and your customers are two separate things. And the reason why I said it, because just listening at the phrase, I would be happy if I had customers, is almost like saying that your happiness is 100% solely dependent on you having customers. And that's not true, okay? And I just want to break that down, guys, all right? So we're going to talk about happiness and customers just for the sake of this example. And this will work with anything that you are experiencing in your life, right? Because we may feel like, well, if I had this, I would feel this way, right? So happiness, man. And I told this person, let's bad back. I said, when was the last time you wrote down things that really make you happy, that really bring you the most joy? And the person was like, man, it's been a while. Like, to be honest, I probably never really done it, right? So I told this person, look, write down on a sheet of paper what makes you happy, right? Write down some things that brings you joy, okay? Whether you're doing them or not, just write them out, okay? And then you want to write out some things that really, don't bring you joy. Like, these are things that may be people, it may be places, regardless of what it is. What you want to do, you want to look at that paper and you want to see, are you doing more of the things that you enjoy? Or are you doing more of the things that you don't enjoy? Okay? Because your happiness, guys, is your energy, right? It's your frequency. And I talked about this on a video that I recorded yesterday, but everything is energy, guys. Everything is frequency. Everything is basically motion, right? So the idea is that, when you're not doing the things you enjoy, when you're not in a position where you're creating your happiness or know what makes you happy, it's going to be hard for you to obtain customers. It's going to be hard for you to obtain, for your business to grow, right? So the idea, guys, is that, first of all, happiness, right? Once you write out these things on what makes you happy, ask yourself, how many of these things are you actually implementing in your life? Okay. And we're talking about focusing on the next step, right? A lot of times we think that having more money will make us happy. A lot of times we think that, staying, on vacation or going to a particular place, right? I know people that honestly, their happiness, the highlight of their week is church on Sundays, right? There are also people that the highlight of their week is the club or hanging out at the bar on weekends, right? So if they don't have the money to go out to a club or go to a bar, they're not going to be happy. As well as the people that, have to wait on Sunday, as the week goes on, their happiness begins to deplenish, right? So these are the things that you really got to start understanding. What's going to make me happy? And tying that into customers, right? They mentioned if I had more customers, I would be happy. And here's what we're going to really just bring this home. Yo, what's going on, guys? J Cobb here. So I hope you're enjoying this episode as much as I am. If so, do me a favor by smashing the like button. Don't forget to share this video out and be sure to leave a comment. Also, if you're ever looking for ways to generate income from home on a shoestring budget, even with limited time, then I'm your guy. There should be some links below in the description, guys. Also, if you're just really loving this Cobbcast episode and you want to contribute, there will be a link below for contributions. Other than that, guys, we're heading back to your Cobbcast episode. Thanks for listening. Right? Customers are people. And I tell you guys, focusing on the next step, a lot of times we're like, well, I don't have any customers. I don't know how to get customers, or, people are not buying, or people are saying no. But you got to step back and say, okay, customers are people. How many people am I talking to? Right? Narrow that down. How many people am I talking to? And if it's very little people, okay, the next step is, first of all, I need to talk to more people. Okay? Now, you may not have a strategy. Once again, this here is what stumps people. This right here is where the procrastination or the hesitation or the frustration comes in. And you got to understand, okay, what am I talking to people about? How am I promoting this? Okay, I need to come up with some type of promotional. I need to come up with an offer. All right, I need to get that printed out, or I need to get that into a Facebook post. I need to put that out there to the world, right? And once I get that out there, okay, what's the next step, right? It may be a video you have to, create. right? It may be going into other businesses, right? Shaking some hand, asking people to share your post, right? What is the next step, right? So really how to bring this home, guys, is just basically asking yourself these few questions, okay? First of all, where am I? Right? So many times we are trying to get somewhere, but yet we don't even know where we are. Okay, but where am I, guys? Literally step back. Like literally picture yourself stepping back and looking at yourself and ask like, man, like who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? Right? You gotta know where you are, guys, before you even know where you're going. Right? You got to, because you don't really understand the gap, okay? And it may be a 2-week gap. Some of you guys are 2 weeks away from a goal that you set for next year. Some of you guys are 6 months away from a goal that you may think is 3 to 5 years away. So you got to know, where are you right now? And the next thing is, where do I start? So many times we say, well, I don't know how to do this. I can't do this. I don't have the money. But if that's the case, guys, if it's something that you're trying to pursue and you don't know what to do, guess what? That next step is for you to go to either Google or YouTube. That's the cheapest way, right? Go to Google, go to YouTube, type in how to do XYZ. And begin to immerse yourself. So you know what? I'm going to watch videos. I'm going to listen to audios for the next 30 days specifically on this subject. I promise you, 30 days, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour of listening to a specific topic or, a bit of information on whatever it may be, you're going to become way more knowledgeable. Right? Like for myself, guys, I'm looking to get into some income property. Right? Now, I'm not a realtor. I know a few people that does real estate, but yet I'm not dependent on those people to teach me. I'm not dependent on those people to hold my hand. So what I've been doing for about the past 2 months, I just been taking 15 to 30 minutes or so and just watching videos on income property, on rental property, right? How to get your first property, how to get funding, certain things like that, right? So I just really been immersing myself. And even at the time of this audio, I've yet to own my first piece of property. But guess what? Once I make the decision, I won't go in with all this tension and nervousness. I have a little bit of knowledge, right? I have a little bit of confidence going in, and regardless of how it works out, I won't go in, in the blind. And sometimes this is what people are doing throughout their whole life. They're not focusing on the next step, okay? Another thing you can ask yourself, okay, what is it that I already know? A lot of times we don't give ourselves the credit that we need, guys. We are hard on ourselves, right? We count ourselves out before, like I said, we even really give ourselves the opportunity. But what is it that you already know? You'll be amazed on if you were to focus on the next step, that the next step is something that you already knew, right? If it's a 10-step process and you focus on step 2, wow, I already knew step 2. You're already on to step 3 with basically just general knowledge. So the idea, guys, is understanding, where are you and what do you already know? And remember this, your foundation is key. Okay, your foundation is key. Take myself for example. I'm in the gym every day, guys, and I'm working out a good hour to an hour and a half, and I work out all parts of my body, right? And you may see me in the gym today. You may see my results. You may see my strength. You may see the consistency of being there in the morning. But under all of that, guys, is my foundation. And my foundation is my purpose for getting up, going to the gym. All right. Some people want to go to the gym because they want to be bigger. Some people want to be stronger. Some people want to lose weight. My foundation for as me being in the gym is that I'm looking to be healthy for the long term. Right. I want to be stronger and healthy throughout the rest of my life. Right. Now, there are some therapeutic benefits for being in the gym, but I don't go to the gym to, for therapy, right? I just don't. I have my own foundation. And I think a lot of times we forget that when we are, whether we are going after a financial goal, whether we're going after a fitness goal, whether we're going after a relationship, lifestyle goal, it doesn't matter. We forget that we got to run our own race. Now, this is not to compare. This is not saying that, okay, just because, my friend is doing real estate, I should do real estate. It's not saying that. The idea is, what is the foundation of what you're doing? What does being in real estate allow you to do? What does being in marketing allows you to do? Whatever you're doing in life, what does it allow you to do? When you have that foundation, when you have something solid, then you can actually begin the process, guys, of literally focusing on the next step for the long haul. Right? And I hope this makes sense, guys. I really hope this kind of brings it all together, because we end up focusing on all the reasons and the problems at hand. And I promise you will get so much more done, not only in life, but in business, right? You'll meet so many more people. You'll have so many more experiences when you begin to just focus on the next step. I really done this episode here, guys, from the heart, because I know there are so many people out there right now today that are stuck. And when I say stuck, meaning they never take time to just stop and just listen to themselves. They're going from phone call to phone call. They're going from, certain people needing them to jumping straight to social media. Then from social media to the phone ringing to you're always being pulled. But you never take time to really just listen to yourself and say, okay, where am I at? Where do I start? Okay, what do I already know? Right? And what's my mission? What's my goal behind this? Why am I really doing this? And I promise you guys, doing that will just allow you to just stack and stack and stack. Before you know, you can look back over your life, whether it's at the end of your days or whether it's in the next, 12 months or 3 to 5 years, you can look back and say, man, look at this trail that I have blazed. Right? So I hope you guys got value, man. I appreciate you guys actually listening, man. Other than that, man, be sure to catch all the previous episodes over at YouTube and on Facebook. Type in the Cobbcast, and also be sure to let me know in the comments below, guys, what was your biggest takeaway. And I will see you guys on the next episode. It's your boy J Cobb. Be humble, be consistent, be you.